Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hit that on the show. I hit that on the show. However, by Manscale and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I said, what's up? This is Gas Sports Talk back in the video. Back in another podcast video. And I said, by the way, let's get started. Almost touched this, so yeah. Okay, I never said that, but anyways, let's get started. Excuse me for that. So anyways, so let's get started. And we'll check one game for the temperatures. So going to check right now. So yeah. So going to check. Okay, we are game 16 of the 2026 temperature season, and that's it. By the way, let's get started. As the temperatures beat the Milwaukee Brewers in extra innings 97, that's the final score of the game, and that's it. By the way, let's get started. What is insane game for the temperatures beat the Milwaukee Brewers 97 in extra innings? What a insane game, man. Wow. All Blue Jays fans, have you seen the temperatures scored by Unicament and Marshall about a 2-1 double? You haven't seen Blue Jays fans in extra innings? So yeah, that was insane game, man. So yeah, that's why. As Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that was the go-ahead run in the 10th inning as the Tampa Jays beat Milwaukee 97 on Tuesday night and handed the Brewers the 6th crucial loss. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started and let's start the game by the ways. So let's go. Alright. Okay, let's start the Blue Jays hitters. Okay, let's start with pitchers anyways. Our pitchers for the Tampa Jays, Kevin Gausman, he has 5 innings, has 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 runs, and 3 BB and 5 strikeouts, and 1 home run for Kevin Gausman, and that's it. Alright. And Mason Hardy, he has 1 inning, he has 1 BB and 2 strikeouts for Mason Hardy. And Brandon Fisher, he has 1 inning, he has 1 hit, 1 run, 1 runs, and no BB and 2 strikeouts, and 1 home run for Brandon Fisher. And Ty Rogers, he has 1 inning, he has 1 hit, no runs, and no strikeouts for Ty Rogers. And Jeff Hartman got a B3, he has 17 innings, such as 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 runs, and 3 BB and 1 strikeout for Jeff Hartman. Always ball save. And Will Farley got the win 1-1. He has 1.1 innings, such as 2 hits, 1 run, no runs, and 2 strikeouts for Will Farley. Alright. Okay, hitters for the Tampa Jays. Uri Command, he has 5 but he has 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 RBI, and 1 strike for Uri Command. And Farshaw, he has 5 but he has 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 RBI, and 1 home run, and 1 strike for Dalton Farshaw. And Guerrero Jr., he has 5 but he has 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs, and no strikes for Guerrero Jr. And Jesus Sanchez has 4 but he has 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 BB, and no strikes for Jesus Sanchez. And Roy Jimenez, he has 2 but he has 1 BB and no strikes for Roy Jimenez. And Marshall, he has 1 but he has 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 RBIs, and no strikes for Marshall. And Never Lucas, he has 2 but he has 1 strike for Never Lucas. And David Schneider, he has 2 but he has 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 strike for David Schneider. And Kuzma Antamoto, he has 4 but he has 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 RBI, and 1 strike for Kuzma Antamoto. And Andres Jimenez has 4 but he has 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 RBIs, and 1 home run and 1 strike for Andres Jimenez. And Brandon Fasua, he has 2 strikes, he has 1 strike for Brandon Fasua. And Sosa, he has 1 strike, he has 1 run, 1 hit, and no RBIs, and no strikes for Sosa. And Hyman, he has 1 strike, he has for Tyler Hyman. For Milwaukee Brewers, Jacob, he has 5.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 runs, and no BB, and 5 strikeouts and 2 home runs for Jacob. And Hall, he has 7.2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, and no strikeouts for DL Hill. Alright. And Soba, he has 1 inning, he has 1 hit, no runs, and 1 strikeout for Soba. And Auburn, he has 1 inning, he has 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runs, and 1 strikeout for Auburn. And Maggie, he has 1 inning, he has 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 runs, and 1 strikeout for Maggie. Alright. Oh, 1 BB for Maggie, excuse me, my bad. And Grant Anderson took off 0-1. He has 1 inning, he has 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 runs, and 1 BB for Grant Anderson. Alright. For the Brewers hitting, alright. Ferrick, he has 4 strikes, he has 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 BB and 1 strike for Ferrick. And Juan Contreras, he has 5 strikes, he has 2 hits, 1 RBI, and 1 BB for Juan Contreras. And Pines Terrain, he has 6 strikes, he has 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 RBI, and 3 strikes for Pines Terrain. And Gary Sanchez has 5 strikes, he has 2 runs, 1 hit, and 1 RBI, and 1 home run, and 1 BB, and 2 strikes for Gary Sanchez. And Jake Bowers, he has 4 strikes, he has 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 RBIs, and 1 home run, and 1 BB, and 1 strike for Jake Bowers. And Mentos, he has 2 strikes, he has 2 hits, and no RBIs, and no strikes for Mentos. And Rock Rage, he has 2 strikes, he has 1 hit, and 1 RBI, and no strikes for Rock Rage. And Gavin Mitchell, he has 2 strikes, he has 1 hit, and no RBIs, and 2 BB, and 1 strike for Gavin Mitchell. And Joey Ortiz, he has 4 strikes, he has 1 run, no hits, and 1 strike for Joey Ortiz. And David Hamilton, he has 2 strikes, he has 2 strikes for David Hamilton. And Luis Rehifo, he has 2 strikes, he has 1 strike for Luis Rehifo. And the total Brewers record is 7-9, and Milwaukee Brewers are 8-8, by the 500, and that's it. Alright. So that's all. Okay, up next, Davis 0-245, ELA pitches for Toronto, and Jack Patrick 0-1, 0-73, starts for Milwaukee on Wednesday. Alright. So guys, some cast session below of the top just been Milwaukee Brewers 97 in extra innings. Tell me in the cast section below, and that's it. Alright, Mr. Jones, so thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching on my show. And that's it. We'll see you next time in the next video on my YouTube channel. See you, bye for now, and peace, and have a good night.